People seem to find eyeliner quite hard, almost afraid of doing eyeliner as they feel they can't do it. At least the people around me seem to. I'm not a professional makeup artist by any means whatsoever, but people seem to like the eyeliner that I do, so I thought I should try and teach it to someone else. I'm going to try quite a few different looks. I'm going to start quite everyday, quite simple, and then move to some, I suppose, more experimental types of eyeliner that I've never done before. So that's going to be fun. I know that I have symmetry issues. Eyeliner generally doesn't look the same on both eyes. I think that's the same for most people, to be fair. And if you're interested in that, keep watching. So actually looking at my eye shape, I feel they are slightly upturned. Look, you can see that they go up at the end, but also, particularly on my right eye, the crease comes quite far down. So I feel like I don't have particularly hooded lids, but I do have hooded eyes. And a YouTuber called Alexandra Anele just made a video about eyeshadow for hooded eyes, which I thought was very helpful. You can see that my eyelids just disappear a little bit, which I find does affect the way that I do eyeliner. And to be doing this eyeliner, I am actually going to be using face paint because my felt tip eyeliner dried up. I don't quite know why. A lot of eyeliner kind of tutorials that I've seen say to take the underline and follow upwards, but to me that would go straight through the crease, and that makes eyeliner quite difficult, I find. So the first style of eyeliner I'm going for is where I just go under the crease. So looking straight ahead and drawing the line how you want it to under the crease. I'm going to go with that. Okay. So I've kept that quite thin and just on the outer third of my eye. To be honest, I would kind of make the skin taut and make that a little bit darker and sharper if I can. And I do find that once you come past the crease, you can flick it up a bit more if you want. I quite like this as it kind of follows the natural curve of the eye crease and eyelid, and it starts more downturned, and then once you kind of get past the crease you can flick up a little bit, like I do like a winged liner. So again, starting with a little flick that's just under the eye crease. I can't see because I'm not wearing my glasses, but I'm hoping they look quite symmetrical, and I quite like this because when your eyes are open, so if I look directly into the camera, you can see that it doesn't come in too far. And also there's no paint in the crease of my eye because I've painted under it. So that's the left eye and the right eye. They are meant to be symmetrical, but I can't actually see what I've done because I'm not wearing my glasses, so I'm sorry about that. But in editing I'll see if they actually are. So a slight variation of this, a bit more bold, I would do is to make everything just a little bit darker and a little bit bigger. I'm going to draw the thinnest line possible over the top of my eyelashes. And I'm just going to make this a little bit bigger. But again, I'm going under the crease. Variation of the first one. It's just a bit of a thicker and bigger wing, to be fair. I've kept the line thin enough so that you can still see the lid on the top. I've drawn it thin enough so that you can still see my eyelid. And I'm just going to do the right eye. And so I've just done it on the right eye, and I'm just going to do the right eye. And I'm just going to do the right eye. And I'm just going to do the right eye. And I'm just going to do the right eye. And I'm just going to do the right eye. And I'm just going to do the right eye. And I'm just going to do the right eye. And I'm just going to do the right eye. And I'm just going to do the right eye. And I'm just going to do the right eye. And I'm just going to do the right eye. And I'm just going to do the right eye. And I'm just going to do the right eye. And I'm just going to do the right eye. And I'm just going to do the right eye. And I'm just going to do the right eye. And I'm just going to do the right eye. And I'm just going to do the right eye. And I'm just going to do the right eye. And I'm just going to do the right eye. And I'm just going to do the right eye. And I'm just going to do the right eye. And I'm just going to do the right eye. And I'm just going to do the right eye. And I'm just going to do the right eye. And I'm just going to do the right eye. And I'm just going to do the right eye. And I'm just going to do the right eye. And I'm just going to do the right eye. And I'm just going to do the right eye. And I'm just going to do the right eye. And I'm just going to do the right eye. And I'm just going to do the I mean, I quite like this look. This is my kind of go-to look that I would do. And my right eye's getting a little bit in the crease there, I can just about see. And I still try and keep this top part thin and against my eyelash line. So I would say both these looks are kind of under the same bracket of the style of trying to go slightly under the crease when drawing eyeliner. If you want to, then as it kind of comes past the eye crease, you can then flick up. Well, I just find that personally a bit easier, as it doesn't get caught in, as you don't get caught out by the eye crease. But the second body of eyeliner looks I'm going to do are actually going through the crease, so I'm just going to take this off now and I'll go through them. So for my second body of eyeliner looks, instead of filling in kind of this area here, I fill in it in a bit higher up, which does mean it goes through the crease. So I start with looking straight ahead and sketching the flick. I do aim for about the centre of the wing, just to make life easier really. And then you can see here from the crease, it makes a gap in the line, which can be a bit tricky to navigate. In my case, I look straight at my eyes and how I would kind of look normally, and just draw in the wing, just lightly brushing over the skin. I use this as more of a sketch so I can make the wing a bit darker later. So when I have my eyes looking what I'm going to say normally, like how I would look at someone, but then when I close my eyes, I'm sure there's a gap there. So how I like to deal with this gap is when I close my eyes, and I'm going to keep my right one open so I can see, but then I take my finger and I just pull the skin taut, and then I can just fill that in. And that is the skin that goes into the crease. But so when my eyes are open, they look like this, and then when they're closed, they have a slightly nicer line. What I also like to do is to bring it in a little bit more, because I find that quite harsh, I suppose is the word for it. Whereas I quite like the smooth line through. So very tightly against my eyelash line. And I fill in a little bit there. And sometimes I pull a weird face where I pull up my eyebrows instead of using my fingers to pull the skin taut. I'm just going to make this a bit darker as well. It's a bit patchy. This is what it looks like with my eyes open, and when I close my eyes it has a slightly smoother wing. And also I find that this kind of hides the fact that I have a crease there a little bit. Maybe that's just what I think, but kind of ignoring the crease also works, I find, for eyeliner. And I'm just going to do the right eye again. Drawn a bit of a sketch line there, and I'm sure there's a gap there in the crease, and I'll just fill that in. And there's the right eye. Also going through the crease. So I've just done the right eye, and as you can see, the line with my eyes open is still quite straight across, and also when I close my eyes it also has that classic eyeliner shape. It's the third eyeliner look. I would still class this as what I would do as an everyday eyeliner. I'm going to try and make this a lot bolder, but still using the same technique that I used before. I'm not going to take this eyeliner off, I'm just going to build on top of what I've already done. So again, looking at this line, I will draw this a little bit bigger. And more steeply up. And so I find that that's quite kind of closed that area off a little bit. So So I'm going to try an even bigger wing. But again, I'm going to look straight on, or how I would look at someone else, and draw in the line. And that's gone too high, so I'm just going to wipe that off a bit. And I'm wearing face paint, so that works a bit better than using a felt tip liner. And I'm going to make this come right in. I don't necessarily find this the most flattering for my eye shape, so I don't really wear big eyeliner, but I really wanted to kind of give it a better go. Sorry, the British winter is really coming in fast. Is that too much? Oh dear, that shows up the patchiness, doesn't it? There we go, we'll call it studio lighting. So this is another eyeliner shape. I'm actually going to fill in this bit here. A lot of the eyeliner here is in the crease. It's hidden with my eyes open because of the crease. But when it's closed, it looks just very dramatic and a very large winged liner. I'm just going to do this on my right eye. Right, does that look similar? A bit more here. That right one's a bit smaller than my left. So this one I think is quite big, it's quite bold, and I'm hoping they're the same shape. And this again I made by kind of ignoring the crease and just drawing the shape I want for my eyes to be. If I pull a weird face, then you can see some of the eyeliner I've drawn has got caught into that. Because when I do that, it has the eyeliner shape that I drew, but I've got a lot of skin, so it hides it. So what I'm actually going to do, fill in that space there where there's a lot of skin in the crease, but what happens is it does make that shape because there is space there. And also on this side, as you can see, there's the eyeliner shape I drew, and there's the skin hiding it all. So what I'm going to try and do is fill in. Oh, this wing's getting bigger and bigger. So when I draw in this line here, and my eyes are open, it continues that shape without the break of my eye crease. But when I close my eyes, it makes that shape. So I suppose if you wanted to, you could make that into a graphic liner, which I'm quite scared I'm going to mess up. But let's give it a go. It's not that terrible. So when my eyes are open, they're like this, and when they're closed, they have a graphic liner. But let's give this a go. So I really tried to make this work with the shape of my eye, where the eyeliner and my crease kind of meet at the inner corner. Is that any good? I can't tell. I do think the right wing is quite a bit smaller than my left wing from what I can see. Right, I'm sorry, I can't do symmetrical graphic liner, I give up. My right wing is a bit smaller than my left, so you can see two versions of what the eyeliner looks like. So this is it with my eyes open, and you can see that the shape continues on, ignoring my eye crease, and when it's closed I have a graphic liner. I did actually have some more eyeliner styles that I'd planned, but the sun has set on me, or the sun hasn't actually set, it's setting at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So I'm really sorry, but I'm going to have to cut this video a little bit shorter than I planned it to. But the sky is still blue, but the camera, it's not nearly enough light for the camera. I'm really sorry. If you do want me to show you some more eyeliner looks, then I can. Just put that in the comments if you would like that. Thank you so much for watching, and take care.